Learning to follow your hunger cues is key to living with no food rules. And if you're sitting there feeling frustrated because you're just waiting for your hunger cues to show up, but they haven't, don't worry. It's totally normal to not have hunger cues when you first start intuitive eating. That's why today I'm going to show you how to get hunger cues back in 3 simple steps. So the first thing you need to do if you want to regain your hunger cues is to stop counting calories, stop counting macros, and stop following your obscure food rules. So I know this is super tough, so I've created a total roadmap for you to do just that. I will link to that below so you can snag that. But guys, you've got to stop counting calories, macros, and following these obscure food rules. You can eat these foods, you can't eat those foods, okay? Because what happens is after so long of telling your body what it's going to eat, be it the amount, what foods, it's going to stop giving you hunger cues, okay? It's going to stop telling you what it needs and what it wants because bottom line, when you count calories, macros, follow food rules, you just don't listen to your body. So basically your body's kind of like, okay, I'm talking to a brick wall by trying to give her these hunger cues. She's not listening, so I'm just gonna shut the hunger cues off, save my energy, and just not give them to her. So to be honest, when you follow those rules and use MyFitnessPal like it's the Bible, then you're kind of shutting off your hunger cues. Okay, so first step is you have got to stop those food rules. Stop using MyFitnessPal. Now, I logged in MyFitnessPal for 900 days in a row. I know how hard it is to delete that app, but I want you to right now go to your phone if that's what you're using and delete it. Get rid of it, okay? So you've got to get rid of those external cues to eat, saying it's time to eat or it's this is how many calories I can eat, whatever rules you're using to tell your body what to eat, you've got to get rid of those in order for it to feel comfortable saying, hey, I can talk to her again because she's actually listening to me. And to do that, got to get rid of those rules. Okay, so the second thing that you need to do in order to get your hunger cues back is going to be give your body adequate, consistent energy throughout the day. So you're probably right now like, Colleen, what the heck does that mean? So what I mean is you need to give your body enough food often in order for it to feel comfortable giving you hunger cues again. So by now you've gotten rid of MyFitnessPal, gotten rid of those rules. Remember, download that ebook to walk you through how to get rid of those rules. And so now you're just eating, trying to listen to your hunger cues, right? So what you need to do is make sure you're giving your body enough energy throughout the day. So a lot of times I'll tell people, make sure you eat every 3 to 5 hours to make sure that your body understands that it's not being starved. This is key. So when you constantly undereat or you have sporadic eating habits, you go long periods of time without eating and then you just kind of eat all of the things, right? So what that happens is your body thinks that it's literally being starved, okay? It does not know that there's a McDonald's on every corner, that it can get ice cream basically every 4 feet or get a Frappuccino, around every block. It doesn't know that. It just knows that it's not getting enough energy. It's not getting enough food. So again, kind of like we already talked about, it shuts off those hunger cues. So it's going to say, what the heck is the point in me telling her that I need food when there's obviously no food because I'm not getting any? Like I said, it does not know that food is in abundance. It just knows that it's not getting enough. So in order to do that, like I said, you've got to make sure you're giving your body enough energy. So that means not restricting your food, not trying to skip meals or skip snacks. Give your body that consistent energy throughout the day. Okay, that's the second thing. All right, now what you need to do is get familiar with the hunger scale, okay? So by now you've gotten rid of MyFitnessPal, stopped all of those food rules, and you're giving your body enough energy, it's going to start giving you those hunger cues back. Now, we need to work on interpreting those, right? Because what the heck does that even mean? So in the ebook that I said I'll link below, you can find my exact hunger scale that I've created, that I use in my daily life, and that I use with my clients. So what we want to do, guys, it's totally normal to only know being hangry and being stuffed when you start living with no food rules, okay? So what we want to do is start to inch inwards. We want to start understanding those more gentle hunger cues, okay? What does it feel like to be kind of like snack hungry versus what does it feel like to be like meal hungry? What does it feel like to be satisfied? What does it feel like to be stuffed or to be, okay, I can push my plate away now. You've got to start getting familiar with those feelings. So like I said, to do that, download that ebook. It's got my hunger scale in it and start using that as you start to get those hunger cues back. So like I said, we want to inch inwards on the hunger scale. You might look at it and be like, I have no idea what this middle ground feels like. I don't know what satisfied feels like. Sometimes feeling satisfied is this kind of just obscure thing. When we are living with all of these food rules, we don't know what that feels like. We only know either hunger or, overly stuffed, like I said. So start using that hunger scale throughout the day, kind of check in with yourself and see where you're at on it. It's going to help you start to, like I said, understand, okay, it's snack time, okay, it's meal time. And it's going to take kind of a lot of energy at first to start understanding. It's conscious, right? So you have to make sure, okay, whereabouts am I at? Now the key here is to not get obsessive over it. If you are very obsessive or numbers trigger you, then don't do that. Just kind of focus on that feeling. But bottom line, we want to understand, okay, this is what being, comfortable feels like. This is what being hungry feels like. This is what being super hungry feels like, so that you can use those where you're starting to help you guide how much you eat, so you'll know when you're satisfied. And if you're starting and you're hangry at a meal, check in with yourself, be like, whoa, I'm like a 2 on the hunger scale. I know I'm super hungry. Then that can kind of say, okay, maybe I should eat a little bit more mindful, because I know when I start a meal and I'm hangry, I'm probably going to end up overeating, because I'm just going to be like, I'm eating everything in sight because I'm so hungry. So it can kind of help you in both ways like that. So like I said, get that hunger scale, put it into play after you get rid of MyFitnessPal, after you get rid of those food rules and start giving your body consistent energy. Okay, that's the third thing. All right, girlfriends, now you know what to do in order to get hunger cues back, okay? So go ahead, put those 3 tips into play, start getting those hunger cues back, and start being able to live with no food rules. Like I said, one of the foundations of learning to live with no food rules is to learn your hunger and fullness, to get back in touch with your body and look internally for what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat, versus all these external cues, these diets, these rules that we follow. Make it more internally than those external signals to eat. And you do that by first starting to understand your hunger cues. So like I said, download the ebook, start using that hunger scale, get rid of MyFitnessPal. If you just deleted MyFitnessPal, I want you to write in the comments and say, yes, I deleted, I'm done, because I want to cheer you on. I know how hard of a step that is to take, and I want to congratulate you and get excited, okay? So take a look at that, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Happy eating.